Welcome everyone. I'm not sure. I think I might have just I don't know, something happened. It didn't work right, but I'm here now, I promise. Hi, let's see. I'll wait for this stupid thing to catch up. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm here. Everything is functioning properly. And we're going to write some drabbles. It is just barely still June 6th here. I am in my pajamas and I'm going to write my drabble for the 6th. And then if I'm feeling up to it, I'll write my drabble for the 7th too after we hit midnight. I know it's basically the 7th. Almost everywhere else in the world, the US is very behind. But I haven't even, I've barely even looked at any of the stuff. Good morning, Tanya. It's gotta be so early for you right now. Shouldn't you still be in bed? But I'm glad you're here. Get to hang out with me when it's way past my bedtime. No, I'm in my pajamas and, drinking soda because I definitely need caffeine and sugar right now. I'm really hoping that I feel up to being able to do the second drabble, but we'll see. We'll see. I genuinely do not know. And what is the state of my thing? I am transferring like 37 gigabytes of video files from my camera so that I can edit the vlog that I filmed this past week. I just finished it last night. And that's in addition to all the other. That's like half of it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I guess 6 isn't. That's not as bad as I thought it was. I don't know. Time is fake. I never remember how far apart we are. And to be fair, part of that's because of the changing time zones. Yeah, you should sleep more. Okay. That's only 12 gigabytes. This one. Okay. I am. Oh god, my raw files. I have like 85 gigabytes of stuff for this vlog. That's too much. I'm trying to be more chill about it this time. I'm not doing like full drabble vlogs, especially since I'm live streaming more often. But I wanted to do a vlog for the first week. It was also me starting my next draft. So with those two things happening at the same time, it made more sense to do a vlog at the beginning. And test out like how quickly I can go through these chapters. I have 51 chapters I need to revise, and I got through 10 of them in this past week. So that's awesome. Like genuinely, that was my goal and it was a little tight. I got behind on Wednesday because my mom like came over unexpectedly. Or not late notice, not unexpected. She didn't just show up. But got distracted. So I got behind, but I was able to catch up at the end, and that was really exciting. Like I wasn't sure I would be able to do that. But yeah, if I stay on this, it'll only take me like 5 weeks to get through it all, because if I do 10 chapters a week, that's not that long. But it was fun to include drabble stuff in there too. I I realized earlier today, I realized that I have gotten so used to writing my drabbles on the live stream. There have been like I think 2 days. Has it even been 2 days? This is day 6, and this is my 4th live stream. So yeah, that would be 2 days. There have been 2 days where I've had to write my drabble not on a live stream, and it was very difficult. Like it didn't. I don't know. I'm not used to it anymore. It was strange. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday I didn't do a live stream, and then day 3. I'll have to figure it out though because I'm not live streaming every single day. I can't do that. Uh, my brain could not handle that. I am fitting in quite a bit though, so I am. I don't know. It won't be that difficult to stay on top of it. But yeah, it has been very strange. Thank you. Like getting through 10 chapters was I knew when I set that as my goal, I wasn't sure if it was like just ambitious enough or too ambitious. So I was really pleased that I actually met that goal. But I know I won't be able to every week because some of these chapters I'm like adding in brand new scenes and then some of them don't have a whole lot of work. But it's been really fun. I'm very excited and like getting through stuff, and it's like, oh, this book is better than I realized, and part of that is because I'm literally making it better while I'm going through it. Like it's exciting though. I am assuming that this really was to me saying I am struggling to write the drabbles not on the live stream. That's my guess. Um, and it's been like that's a weird thing. I don't know what's up with that. I have conditioned myself to only write on the live stream, and it's weird. Just for this though, other stuff I can write just fine, not in front of the camera. In fact, generally I do prefer that. Writing on a live stream is so bizarre, but somehow it does work. It, I don't know. It's weird. Brains are weird. Have you written yours for today, Tanya? Let me look at who has posted. Cynthia and Laura have shared theirs. Okay. Oh, I still need to go back and read the last couple ones that were posted from yesterday too. I don't know if it's the weekend or what, but yeah, fewer people have posted have shared their drabbles. I said go away. Thank you. It could also just be maybe fewer people have ideas for these, which fair. Let me pull up the prompts for the 6th. Undeveloped film and on instinct. Nothing is really sparking, but leaning horror route, my immediate thought is like a found footage type of thing. Found footage is so fun, but probably a little harder to do in writing. Yeah, probably the weekend. I'm really thinking of like, obviously immediate thought is like the Blair Witch Project, which I think I watched for the first time maybe probably less than a year ago, sometime in the last like 5 to 8 months, probably. And I really enjoyed that. Aside from, um, what is the? Oh, it was the lighting. That was. There's so many movies, especially movies that come out today, but that one's an older one. But it's still like a lot of horror movies specifically. They are so freaking dark and you can't see anything. Like the only way we could possibly watch it was with all of the lights off, completely off. Is very frustrating, especially as someone who is a scaredy cat. So if I have to watch a scary movie in complete darkness, that makes it scarier. I don't like it. That was one I had to watch with my husband because I was like, this whole premise, the concept, the like getting lost in the woods and not being able to see anything that's going on. That is not okay. I needed emotional support. But I also think of, oh, what was that? I think it was Archive 81. Was that it? Yes. Okay, it was a horror um, series. That I believe it was on Netflix. And yes, it was on Netflix, 2022. I really, really enjoyed that. Is more is the main character is an archivist, and he's like cleaning up old footage from a fire and a lot of like Rosemary's Baby vibes, but like not his perspective from the like found footage of Rosemary's Baby if it actually happened kind of vibes. Um, that was really good. I enjoyed that. So like, yeah, the found footage, that's immediately what I think of. But yeah, like private detective type of stuff, that's smart. That's a really good way to work in the undeveloped film. So many horror movies, they make it so you can't see. Ooh, sci-fi found artifacts of our end times. That's so fun. I love that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like undeveloped film could go in so many directions, but like my horror goal, I need to figure out how to make this work, which could be something found footage, but it could also be in a completely different direction. It could just be someone taking a photography class. I've done that. Like sometimes you learn how to do these things. It could be something completely unrelated to the film aspect of it, but the film just happens to be present. So I guess it mostly depends on what route I want to take, whether I want the emphasis to be on the prompts themselves or whether I want the prompts to just be tertiary, like only vaguely related. I do recommend the Archive 81. It was quite good. But again, I was like, honey, I really want to watch this, but I'm scared. Please sit with me. You don't have to pay attention. You just have to be here. It's too creepy. Ooh, yes. Tanya says, it also reminds me of childhood and like some old forgotten memory on a throwaway camera. Yes, I used to do those. I think I started in like 8th grade and I would get, yeah, a disposable camera at the end of the school year and fill it up, take pictures of me and my friends. And that just kind of became my own personal tradition. And like the end of every school year. Ooh, yeah, honestly, a photography class is perfect for horror. I I do love that. Like you're going because you all right, I should say I, not you, because this is me personally. I would want it to be something where the you're working with like old black and white photography even. And you have to go out, like you need to focus on contrast, or you need to focus on like having a dynamic picture, all of that sort of stuff. Or should you be focusing on like portraits or something like that? Generally, like your assignments, you'll have a specific focus, whether that is a subject matter or the style in which you do it. So, like, where are you going to do this? Like, do you go somewhere old and creepy, abandoned? You don't like. How are you getting that assignment to work into the horror stuff? Uh, this is I do like this idea. And like you don't even have to think about that, but or focus on that, but the actual process of developing the film. And when you work with the old SLRs, you only have a vague idea of what you have captured until you are developing the film. So a lot of times, yeah, you stumble upon some surprises. It's very fun. And yeah, like that's perfect for finding something creepy in the film when you do get it developed, when you go through that process. I do like that route. Oh my gosh. That's such a fun idea, Tanya. An eccentric photographer ghost haunting his unfinished work. I love that actually. That sounds adorable. Like that could go either super creepy or just like cozy creepy. That sounds cute. I love it. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I have a good idea of where I want to go with this. So I'm going to get ready for a sprint. Doo-doo-doo. And we are going to be slowly moving into this greenery. Okay. Yeah, I I think I really like the talking out my ideas part. That I like the brainstorming aspect, and I'm pretty sure that's the main part that I feel like I'm missing when I'm not doing this on a live stream. I've gotten so used to just chatting to everyone about my general thoughts, and even if there aren't that many, it helps. It really does help. That's probably what it is. Okay, yep, let's get to this. If you're writing with me, good luck. See you in 30. Okay, I spent way too long reminding myself how developing film works because I haven't done that in years. In many years. It's been since like 2012 since I've developed film. Uh yep. So this is I have a rough version, but it still needs some work. It needs tightened, and I probably spent too long talking about the process instead of actually getting to the meat of the story. So, yep, that's how it goes sometimes. Anyway, Miley popped in to say hi. And oh, Tanya said you could try journaling when you're not streaming to like brainstorm stuff. That's a good idea. I should definitely try that. I I don't know. I don't know how well that would work. But yeah, no. So what I have here is 128 words, and it's still quite rough. I definitely need to um, pare it down and flesh it out. Both things. Yeah, you understand me, Tanya. You get me. Oh no, I also like I got to the end of writing it and went, wait, but where's the scary part? I literally just wrote like instructions on how to develop film. That's like that was most of what I was writing. Oh my gosh. You are right. We could actually use the Discord more for brainstorming. Like I made a channel for it and we haven't really used it. Um which to be fair, well, no, that does hmm. I don't have it labeled as anything specific. I mean, it's labeled brainstorming, but it definitely could it, like it's not specific about what is being brainstormed. And yeah, I often do not even think about voice chat as an option. Like I don't know, that is not part of the routine. Yeah, I think what we've used the brainstorming channel for, it was like to brainstorm the um the challenge itself, not specifically drabbles. So it hasn't really been used since March actually. Um and I'm trying to think if there would be a better place to put it because right now it's under discussion. And it doesn't really feel like it should go in the challenge overview stuff because that really is like, I want that to remain just an overview. But yeah, we haven't really used it. Like, I feel like discussion is a reasonable place to have it, but I don't know if there would be a better location. I don't know. Um, clear as day. There aren't that many channels. Uh, no, all the drabbles themselves, that all the different weeks and days. That's where all the channels are. But thank goodness for forum channels, because it would be way too much of a mess to have a different thing for every single day. Other than if we had to do it without that. Um, Yeah. No, I mean, really what needs to happen is I need to be the one to be like, hey, I want to brainstorm this. Why don't I go into the server and brainstorm there? I just don't think of it. And obviously nobody else does too, but if I want people to use it like that, then I need to start using it like that, is the thing. So yeah, this is definitely not in any shape to be read out loud yet. I like it's not bad. I did already like I wrote a very rough version and then went in and rewrote it, but it's a mess. Exactly. Yeah, I worry about putting it under Drabble's would um it would get lost. Like we could keep it at the top, but it also kind of feels like a weird place to put it. I feel like the location is pretty good. But yeah, we need to actually use it, and that's on me more than anybody else, honestly. Um, I really just don't think of it most of the time. I don't know. I really did get to the end of this story and go, something is supposed to be creepy in these photographs that the person is developing. And I didn't know what to make it be that wasn't like something that's already done, which, something already being done, like, that's everything. There are very few new things, like new ideas in the world. So I probably shouldn't overthink it too much, but I just really didn't want it to be something super generic or I don't know, too obvious. And I'm pretty sure what I have here is super obvious, but oh well. I still need to revise it anyway. It's a mess. I'm exaggerating. It really isn't that bad, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sure most people haven't thought of it either. I mean, obviously, it literally hasn't been used in 3 months. So, or is that no 3? Yes, I did my math correct the first time. Let's not overthink things. Okay, that's a good point, and at least a nice thing to say. Still has your specific voice, and one nice turn of phrase can make it fresh too. That's true. Um, yeah, I just I don't know. I just need to clean it up. It's fine, and that probably won't actually take me that long, unless I like decide to flesh it out in a completely different direction. Because I really spent most of this focusing on the actual film development aspect, and I really could, you know, pare that down. And I want to add in like backstory kind of stuff. Like I don't even touch on what these photographs are supposed to be of. I spent too much time researching, reminding myself. It's fine. It will be fine. I'll make it better. I don't know. Mostly I was like, okay, I have to look up what all of these terms are because I remember the process, but it's been so long. It is an instruction manual. Ah, no, I don't know. I care so much about making sure that that stuff is accurate, even if it's just supposed to be a backdrop. So, like, I want it to be a backdrop. But here's the thing. I just had a thought of like going in a completely different direction of like actually intentionally writing it as an instruction manual, but a weird one. It would have to be weird. I don't. I'm having too many thoughts. Is the problem now? This. It would have to be an instruction manual where it's like, okay, but now that you've developed your film, pay no attention to whatever creepy thing just showed up in the corner. That could be fun though. Okay, and the fact that I'm writing this in second person actually does lend itself to that. I don't know. I'm just having thoughts now. There are too many thoughts. I don't need to write two versions of this. I don't. I will say it was funny though because I started writing this and like I started I forgot the other prompt. I focused so hard on the film prompt that I completely did not register that there was another prompt at all. But then I'm talking about how you have to like load the film into the canister in complete darkness. You can't even have the safe light on. And so I'm talking about how like you're relying completely on instinct to get this done. And then I was like, I started to write it and I was like, why does that sound familiar? Because that's the fucking prompt. Ooh, ghost hunting. I love ghost hunting. That yes, instruction for developing your ghosty film. That sounds so cute. I love that. That sounds amazing. I so much fun. Okay. I yes, complete darkness. Yeah, like just for the part where you are taking the film out of the little tube thing and putting it into the canister, the developer tank. Once it's in that tank, you can turn on the safe light, the red lighting, and then because you need to be able to see some, but the film itself, the undeveloped film, no light, not even the safe light, can touch it or it'll mess it up. Um, so yeah, that's fun. You have to do that in complete darkness, and then you get to turn it on when you do the actual development stuff because it is at least mostly safe inside the canister. Obviously, you have to have like a hole in the little container in the lid so that you can pour in the developer and the stop bath, that term. And then the fixer, and then you also have to rinse it, and yeah, it's a lot. Okay, I think I want to try to get this finished. At least this version of it. So let's do another sprint. I was hoping to get to the next one. Maybe I still can, actually, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Yep, we're still working on these prompts, so I will leave that up. Yeah, like it's the process is it's not super complicated once you figure it out, but it is a lot to kind of wrap your head around the first couple times. And God, I don't even want to think about how difficult it would be to get back into doing it once it's actually done. Like it's been so long. But yep, let us put that back up. Okay, not that one. This one. Why don't you want to show what I want you to show? What the heck? I don't know, dude. Wait, back away. It's not. I did a weird thing. Like I tried to. I don't even know. It's not wanting to put. Oh, there we go. Finally, it didn't want it. Like it wasn't giving me the option to show it. Anyway, so let's do another 30-minute sprint and see if I can actually get this finished. All right, see you in 30. Welcome back. Somehow I managed to do everything I wanted to do during that, so I'm very happy. Um, yeah, I read through what I had written for day 6, and it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was, which is usually how that goes, honestly. So I went through it and I tweaked it a little bit and tightened the language. It is still over 100 words, but it's fine. It's fine if they're like that every once in a while. This is 124 words. So I got through that. And then I also wrote day 7's, which definitely turned out more fantasy than anything else. But that one, I don't know. I just started writing it, and it came out immediately in like 8 minutes, maybe 5 to 8 minutes, somewhere in there. It was, yeah, somewhere in there. Anyway, so yeah, and yes, welcome, Kaylee. I hope you enjoy the challenge. We have a lot of fun. It's a particularly fun challenge to try to write as short as possible. uh, Okay, let's read day 6. And let me put the thing up. This is for undeveloped film and on instinct. You tug on black nitrile gloves, material snapping into place, and begin. You load the film into the canister, relying entirely on your knowledge and instincts. You've become quite confident in your movements, even in utter darkness. Afterward, under Safelight's protection, you pour the developer. You don't mind the process, the measuring and pouring and rinsing, the careful way you tap the tank on the counter after each agitation cycle, the calculated breaths you take as time ticks away. It's all worth it for the final depiction of your lost beloved's visage. Later, when you hold the drying negatives to the light, your steady heart falters. Every negative, every photograph you have taken, is marred by a white blemish where her face should be. I don't love it, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's also just generally, you know, sad, which is apparently a thing I like to do. Mm, that's so right, Kaylee. The limitations, they can really make you think about how to approach it in a different way. It's Yeah, I really like trying to stick to the precise word count. That one did not want to behave, but oh, oh my gosh, yes, Gothic. Thank you. That's so sweet, and I love Gothic fiction so much. And yeah, now that you say that, it definitely does have that kind of vibe. Right? Yeah. You don't have the pictures, they're dead. You don't have the pictures. So many times I'm writing something and I'm just like, you know what? What if I made it sad? What if I made it sad? I don't go into it with that intention. Maybe they're ghosts. Bring it back to ghosts. Okay. And let me switch out which prompts are here because I decide I'm genuinely surprised I was able to get day 7 done too. Oh my gosh, still working on day 2. Okay, but I'm so excited. How big is it now? It was quite big. Last time you talked about it, I'm curious. Okay, and then this one actually did get to 100 words, and it's more fantasy than horror, but it very easily could fit into a horror. Okay, so this is for a fresh wound and pick your poison, which I couldn't do that prompt without just including it word for word. So, pick your poison. He waves his hand from one end of the display to the other, lips curled into an eager smile. Any relief dissipates at his wordage. You frown at the array of tiny bottles, each held shut with a decorative stopper. Poison? He lets out a hearty laugh, clutching his belly, as if you've made a particularly funny joke. Turn a phrase, turn a phrase. Don't think too much on it, love. Beneath your linen shirt, you can feel blood oozing from your abdomen, soaking the fabric, and you know there's no choice. You'll have to risk it. Is this man trying to sell poison as an antidote or a healing potion? Maybe so. Unclear. Oh my gosh. 1,500 words. But it's a different concept now. Which it was supposed to be short. No, never. To be fair, I feel like these drabbles are the only thing I can write short, and it's because it's built into the premise itself. So many things, it's like, that would make such a good story, and then it's like, story? What do you mean, like, story? It's a whole novel. In fact, what if it were a 12-book series? I can't. I don't have time for this. Kaylee says, I've been writing sporadically for the last few weeks, and my sentences are so clunky. I'm going to try these prompts as practice to get back into the groove. Yes, that's what I love about writing prompts. If I am out of practice, it helps so much to get back into it. I do love dark themes, yes. I'm trying to write horror for all of these drabbles, because like the main project that I'm working on is like literary fiction. To be fair, it also has a lot of dark themes. It's like depression and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I do like dark themes a lot. Look, are they unfortunate jokes, or is he literally going to sell him poison? I haven't decided, and I think I like it better that I don't know the answer to this. Like, it could go either way. He probably, realistically, he's just joking around. But what if it were poison? I don't know. This feels like a fun fantasy. I want to write a fun fantasy. It's been so long. I am like really enjoying writing all of the little cozy fantasies in the drabbles. I think I've done like 3 now. This is not cozy fantasy. There's way too much blood. Um, but I'm really enjoying that. I feel so energized because I got both of these done and I did not expect to. It's crazy. I'm supposed to go to bed. It's almost 1 in the morning. Okay. You finished charging ages ago. Anyway. No, I'm very pleased. I did not expect, like, after the first sprint, when I did not get that much done, I really, really did not expect to be able to write both of them. And then this one just like popped out as just a funny, silly little thing, and yet also really dark. I'm happy though. It's fun. Okay. Well, I should go to bed because it's almost 1 a.m. Um, yeah, I can't believe I got both of those done. I'm so happy. Okay, I will share those in the Discord. And if you want to join the Discord, just shoot me a DM on Instagram or on Discord itself at DL Pitchford. And I will be doing another live stream on Tuesday. I'll be doing one with Leia. I need to get that set up. She sent me a picture, so I need to set up the. I need to schedule it, and then I'm doing another one with Cynthia on Thursday. So very excited. Um, and yeah, Tanya, you need to go back to sleep too. Although, like, it's getting a more reasonable time for you to be waking up. So I guess you can stay up. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go to bed, so I will see you guys later. Um, thanks for hanging out with me. This was fun. And yes, I'm very excited about live streams next week. Yeah, Cynthia, after our one on Thursday, she was like, would it be okay to sign up for more? I'm like, yes, please hang out with me. So she signed up for a couple more Thursdays. And yeah, that was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again. Okay. Um, yes. I'm gonna go to bed now.